Hi there, everyone. This is Amandasilversister, and welcome back to my live. So today I thought I would pop on here and talk a little bit about some of the life lessons that I think that I've learned regarding embracing my gray hair that I think I could have, in fact, apply to other areas of my life. There's so many parallels, I think, that you can apply when you step out of your comfort zone and you start doing something that you're not sure about the results. And so I think that would be the first piece of advice that I think you need to do. So like you think about it. So before we embrace it, or before I embraced my gray hair, I had no idea what the outcome would be. I had no idea what it would look like. And that seems maybe silly and a little superficial. But with many things in life, we don't know what the outcomes are going to be. So my advice, my one piece of advice would be, don't worry about the outcome so much. Just start the journey. So for example, say you're thinking about ending a relationship or switching a job or moving or doing something. You can apply the same concept that it is with going gray. There's no guarantees that you're going to love your gray hair, but if you just start your gray hair grow out, then you might find that you're in a place later where you're loving it. You just don't know. So sometimes we're scared of making the change because we can't be guaranteed the outcome. And so I think that is one truth that you can apply from the gray hair grow out is, I'm just, welcome to chat. Sorry, I'm just looking. Oh, sorry. I thought I was supposed to press something. Sorry, I digress. So anyways, that is definitely one truth is just do it. Don't worry so much about the outcome. If you're feeling, but that, having said that, I think you have to really know that it is likely something that you want. So I didn't just go gray with no thoughts about whether I was going to like it. I saw all the benefits. It's just to kind of pull the trigger and do it. You have to just do it. And so for many things, say you don't like your job or you're unhappy in your relationship or you're thinking about moving to, a different part of the world or whatever. Hello from California. Hello. So if you're thinking about moving or something like that, you have to know, okay, there's no guarantees. So that's one thing I would say for sure. You never know for sure. Don't knock it till you try it. The outcome is not guaranteed, but there's no harm in starting off to try. The second thing that I think that I've learned from my going gray journey that I could apply to all aspects of my life is not to care about what other people think. So, oh, hello. Wow, welcome. I'm just looking where people are tuning in from. So you definitely have to shed the concerns about what other people think about you. And the best part of, and again, you can do that in many aspects of your life. So maybe you're doing something or, and people are giving you their 2 cents about it. Oh, you shouldn't be dating this person, or you shouldn't be doing that job, or don't try to lose weight, or that's crazy starting your own business, or whatever things. Usually there's this peanut gallery that will come in and they start talking this negative talk. And it's really funny, not funny, haha, but funny, bizarre. Those people that come into your life that start talking like that it's usually at the start of something that generally is going to be a positive thing for you. And for some reason, all these people, maybe people like a certain version of you, and they don't really want the glowed up version of you or the more confident version of you or the more successful version of you or the richer version of you or whatever. And so they're comfortable with the version of you that they know. And it's actually a them issue that they don't like change. They don't want to see, from Germany, hello. Wow, it's so amazing to me how widespread YouTube is and how many people that we, how many places that we cover these gray hair channels. If you're new here, please like that subscribe button. I would love for you to connect with you and watch some of the other videos I post. If you're looking for some encouragement on your gray hair, I have a ton of things posted and lots of silly shorts if you want to watch them. So anyways, not caring what other people think and really recognizing just in life that generally those people who are the naysayers, it is really a them issue over an issue with you. And so I think it's amazing to me how gray hair has taught me all of this stuff. The other thing that gray hair has taught me is, and this, I don't know how to really articulate this one, just do everything for yourself. Like, I think when we're younger, we often do things for the approval of other people. And if somebody says I look pretty today, then I look pretty. If somebody says that I'm smart, then I'm smart. If somebody says I'm creative, then I'm creative. We don't need to wait for the outside validation. And that is something that I've really, like, if I want to wear a crazy outfit, I'm going to wear that crazy outfit. It doesn't bother me. And I don't need anybody else to tell me that I look good in it if I feel like I look good. And so you can also apply that in all aspects of your life. If you want to do something, do not worry what anybody else has to say. Just feel confident. And sometimes you just have to feel confident first, and the rest will fall into place. So that is definitely something that I've learned from my gray hair journey. I'm trying to think of something else that maybe I have learned. I actually decided to start fresh and new by cutting my middle. So I'm just going to read this comment. By cutting my middle length hair really short, and I look great with more silver hair showing up. It feels good to me. I feel like a renaissance is happening. I love that. It really, that's, first of all, I love that you feel great about your haircut, and I love that you just went and did it. And then I love that we as women are allowed to say that we feel good and that we feel pretty and we like ourselves. Okay, hold on. What does this one say? Oh, my crown of wisdom. Yeah, I actually have heard that the silver hair definitely is in scripture. People talk about it being a crown of wisdom. So that's interesting too to me. So what else have I learned about going gray? I guess it is that my opinion is the only one that really matters, and that you can't please everybody. But I think more than that is I just no longer worry so much about the opinions of other people. And I'm really valuing and really thinking about what I think more. I also think another thing that I've learned is that takes everything good and pure and makes it. Oh, I see. Okay, so this person is just saying to me, so one of the comments there is saying that the God of this world, so I'm guessing this person is spiritual person, takes everything good and pure and makes it seem wrong. So I would agree with you. So I think what you're saying is that it's natural for us to go gray, and it's natural for us to embrace our aging process. And yet the world is telling us and really starts to spin a negative narrative so that we start to get into our head about it. And then we rethink what we should be doing. And then likely we're following a different path. And when we're true to ourselves and we're doing what we think, it is amazing how freeing it is when we're constantly trying to be a people pleaser in life or make sure that someone else approves of what we're doing. Amen. Okay, good. I got it. I wanted to make sure I understood what you're saying. When we're constantly looking for that validation in an outside source and wanting someone else to, we start to seek validation in negative ways, where if you can just get validation from yourself, that would be the best. And for this person, yes, some people have silver in their hair in their teen years and some in their 20s or 30s. We just have we need to tune for our own self-love. Oh yeah, we do. We absolutely. So, and you know what? I mean, I was so busy when I was young. I had 4 children and it was just go, 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 go. I never really stopped to tune in. Yeah, I got that. We have to tune in our own self-love. We have to be our biggest champions in everything in life. And it seems, and I'm just telling you, like, I understand I'm just talking about hair. And it seems like it really, the lessons that I'm learning from going gray, because it was a step out of my comfort zone. It was being vulnerable in front of others. I was unsure of the outcome. It was new. It was also embracing something that has been, even though people do go gray in their teens and their 20s, it is associated by our culture, to people's points, that with aging. So for you to decide, you know what, I'm changing this, I'm embracing this, I'm no longer going to care what other people think. All of these concepts really, gosh, would serve us so well if we could apply them to all aspects of our life. I don't think there's one aspect of my life that wouldn't benefit from me applying something that I learned from my gray hair journey. And the other thing is just enjoy the journey. So I know people will text me, whether it be on my Instagram account or here, and they're like 4 months in and they just wish they were farther along. And I'm going to tell you, it's now that I am completely transitioned, I look back at that stage and I'm really aware of all the self-growth that happened during that stage, and I miss it. I really, really miss it. And so now what I feel I have to do is apply the knowledge that I learned from that time and continue to apply it to other aspects of my life. And that's basically what this live is. I try not to do notes on my lives. I just try to wing it. But basically that journey is just such a wonderful journey, and that's going to be your own personal takeaway. You are going to go through it with your dynamics, with your baggage, with your lens, with your friends, with your family, and whatever, things and insecurities that you bring to the table. And you're going to get this little thing that is your takeaway from your gray hair grow out. And then you get to have it. And then you get to choose how you apply that. So what led you to the decision to go natural hair, Amanda? Okay. So basically my hair, I don't know if you have seen a picture of me with my dark hair. So I had very dark hair. And during COVID, I never really thought about it much. And so during COVID, I was on my phone maybe more, and I was looking through Instagram, and I would saw these beautiful silver sisters. And at that point, I just watched them. I just saw them. I started following some, knowing that every couple of weeks I was seeing this very distinct white streak in my hair. As you can see, I don't have just a little bit of gray. I have a lot of gray. So for me, trying to keep it to be a brunette started to become a lot of work, and I was, using those sprays and going to get my dyes done, and I was doing box colors, and it was a mess. So then over COVID, and we're all home, my husband was very, very encouraging. He said, why don't you just let it go gray? And because I was probably showing him all these beautiful silver sisters and who I thought looked good. And so then I had the encouragement at home, and I'd also been exposing myself to all these Instagram accounts that were normalizing going gray, that it started to change the way I started to view gray hair. Once I no longer saw it as, and I'm going to say this, and I don't mean I'm a grandma, okay? But I didn't see it as my grandma's gray hair. So I had this vision of what gray hair was, and it was like short, tight, permanent. Thank you. Thank you. And then once I just started to broaden what I saw gray hair as, I thought, I actually want that. And then I was starting to see all the benefits. So people would start talking about it being toxin free. And I thought, well, that's really cool. I always want to, I'm happy your husband is your great supporter. My husband is an amazing person. I'm very lucky to have him. He's a very, very kind person. And that is my top quality in a man, is kindness. I am second marriage, so I have learned from my mistakes. So anyways, that's what really happened with me. And so then it was a little bit easier, I think, to be honest, because we weren't having to go to work and we were staying home. There were still some of those, like my daughter had, she missed her graduation from university. So we had a backyard kind of party where we all distanced and did the things we're supposed to be doing during COVID. And that was the first time I went out, and you could see this distinct streak in my hair. And then after that, I decided, I actually, now that I go back, I actually did gray blending. So I did that for a little while, realized I didn't like it. Don't be ashamed of being a grandma. Your children rise up and call her blessed. Proverbs 31. Another lie the world feeds being grandma is a great blessing. Oh, I absolutely agree with you. I just meant, like, I was about to kind of say, like, I didn't want to have my grandma's gray hair, but I didn't mean it in a derogatory way, because I absolutely agree with you. I am so blessed to be a grandma. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter, and I have a 1-year-old grandson, and many people don't get the privilege of doing that. And I will be 50 this year, so I can still get down on the floor with them. I can still play with them. I think it is a very big blessing to be able to be a grandma. Some people can't even have children, right? So for me to be able to have children and then to get to celebrate my children's children is absolutely wonderful. They're just pure joy. Grandchildren, actually, they're exhausting, but they're pure joy. So so for me, I think that's so then I did the gray blending. And then I still had to wait for this, like, really, what's it called, like, really fake color, because it ended up turning almost like a yellow, and then it looked like the color, you know, when you have gray hair and they tell you to avoid yellowing and make sure you stay out of the sun and use purple shampoo. Basically, my hair was all of the color of the thing that you did not want it to be. So I had to wait for that to grow. The only difference was it wasn't quite a drastic grow out because it was brown before, and the white is obviously quite white. Now I like this. Now I like the change in the difference in colors, but the grow out can be a little bit tough. So anyway, so when I did the blondish color, I ended up hating that color so much. I was so happy for it to be done. You look amazing, bravo. I must go now, and I appreciate very much helping you with you. Yes, thank you for tuning in. I'm not going to stay much. I got to go grocery shopping. I got to get things done, but as I said to you guys before, I love popping on here with these lives. They're just, I like kind of speaking off the cuff, and then now I realize I can post these as well so people can view them later. So okay, that will be it for me as well. Thank you so much for tuning into my live. You guys are an amazing supportive community, and I also feel very fortunate that I get to be a part of this Silver Sister community, because we really have each other's backs. We are changing the narrative on going gray, which totally needs to happen, and we are just really encouraging and empowering each other to do the same, which is pretty cool. Women supporting women is our superpowers, ladies. Okay, take care. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Yes, bye.